because I never do that. There it goes. 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Zone 4 Sports 2021. We got so much to talk about. They're going to coach Derrick Pearson right there. They're going to athletes, George Foster right there. And there goes our Jen Singer in her own spot. Hold on. Just this.
Spot.
Just this. How does it feel to be adulting?
I've tried several times, but had some false starts. You could say I'm much like Josh Allen, which I've most improved.
Yes, sir.
Straight up. So first of all, haven't seen y'all. Well, just I saw you, but guys, I have been married right now for 2 weeks.
Y'all, his wife is so cool. I love my new mom. She's so awesome.
Oh, thanks, Jess. That
so
means
awesome.
a lot.
Yeah, to me, but I'm pretty sure we're gonna get along. Just fine.
Oh yeah, DP. I want to be. Well, actually, I don't know, George. You might be married. George, how long you been married, homie?
Shoot, what's that? 06. I'm bad at math.
16,
06.
17. DP. What about you?
9 years together, 12.
I love it. I don't think I want to count when I ain't know her. I'm gonna just say straight up. Only known her 2 weeks.
This right here, this has been my loving wife of how long we been together, baby? Baby, I lost count. 3 years.
Gotta say what's up to Martin Snow. He's watching us from Newfoundland, Canada. All right, man.
Hey, Martin.
All right, so let's get right into it. We got a lot to talk about. Let's talk about what didn't happen. What didn't happen to the Pittsburgh Steelers? They was yipping and yapping.
Listen.
They was yipping and yapping the week before, talking about congratulations to the Browns. They beat our second string team, blah, blah, blah. And then they got all the way mollywopped. George Foster, you first.
Let me tell you something. Somebody, my man Rick Conia on Twitter was talking about, I think we could do all right, with the little baby, little low self-esteem style. I said, let me tell you something. Going into this game this week, the Browns are not the underdog to me because the Browns have been playing great. The Steelers have not been playing great,
man.
And the Steelers are missing maybe their, you got Watt, but Bud Dupree, and you got the youngin from Michigan. What's his name? Bush.
Yeah.
Bush. Both of those guys missing. Those are very, very, very. When I say very, I mean very key parts to that defense. And so they were missing those guys, and their offense wasn't that great to start with anyway.
How about that?
So I felt like the Browns weren't the underdog. To me, the Browns were the favorite going into that game. And yeah, if you had asked me that the first week of the season, the way the Browns played, I would have said you not. But I had to eat my words because I said Baker ain't it. I said that out loud. I ain't scared to admit my failures. You know what I mean? I said Baker wouldn't it.
Right.
They just didn't look good, but they just kept plugging. And the new coach put his system in and got his players to believe that defense made opportunistic plays. And look, the Browns look good.
Man,
you can't sleep on them. And they ain't even got Odell.
Oh man, just this.
Like, it would have get real ugly.
Just this. Here you have same division rivalries, and Pittsburgh has pretty much ran that division for the last 25 years. Now Pittsburgh has Baltimore and Brown problems for the next 12 years, just as the Pittsburgh game against the Browns. And you've been out loud with Baker Mayfield, though.
I said I liked Baker Mayfield, okay? This I've said several times. I said earlier this season that I like Baker Mayfield and I like Josh Allen, and people tried to make me eat my words, but I wouldn't. And now I eat theirs. Either way, one thing that really got on my nerves going into this game was what Juju Smith-Schuster said. Did you hear what he said?
What did he say out loud?
Mm-hmm.
He called the Browns same nameless gray faces that he sees every season and said, the Browns is the Browns.
Yeah, he had to eat.
and then went and got served like a double Big Mac, slap on the side, like a large fry. And now he's sitting here saying, I don't regret what I said.
He did.
Well, you can't.
Go ahead, die on that hill. Just like how y'all playoff dreams died. But I mean, one thing I do have to say is, Derrick, you were absolutely right when you said the Steelers would go down. You were right. I will give you that.
Coach DP, as a coach, you are telling the Browns team what going into the playoffs against probably their most hated rival?
Pittsburgh had a chance to finish Cleveland in week 17 by their own hand in a matchup where you could have eliminated Cleveland from their season, gotten some momentum. You could have gotten your veteran quarterback worked out, gotten your guys some more reps. Instead, Big Ben took the week off. You do not feed the dog. You do not allow them any confidence, any belief they belong on the field with you. And you allowed them to get a win and showed them what you were capable of. So guess what? Cleveland wasn't scared. Cleveland was familiar. They had tagged you. So here's the thing. Big Ben on vacation, George will tell you, them big dudes in the trenches got to know each other real well in that regular season game.
Boy.
And you can see the difference in the playoff game where the bigs up front for Cleveland look like, oh, thanks for letting us in. Now y'all need to go home. Football guys don't like ugly. You get a chance to finish somebody, finish him. Pittsburgh didn't do it.
And listen, let me tell you something. That full grown human in the backfield for the Browns,
boy,
you better tackle him.
Boy,
Nick Chubb ain't playing no games with no guys.
See the Georgia Chubb is real.
He playing no game, and you can't tackle him. He's strong at everything. So he's just a very hard guy to tackle, and that's playoff football. Like all that throw it around stuff, and yeah, it's nice, it's cute. And in 2021, 2020, it wins games. The game has changed. But one thing that hasn't changed is playoff football. And that's ground pound play defense.
Straight up.
It's cold. It's just real gritty ball. And you got to be able to run the ball and play defense.
Hey, let me get right into this. DP, how shocked and amazed was Pete Carroll in that loss? Because it looked like, Sierra husband got sacked 5 times.
Well, we can get lost in all the offensive business, but George will tell you that nobody makes an offense more uncomfortable than a serious dude who puts his hand in the grass up front. Mm-hmm. Rams have the dude. See, everybody else, we have some nice dudes, but Aaron Donald is the dude. And no matter what happens, you block, he changes how you attack your running game. He changes the timing on the routes. And then he gave Russ something to explain when he got home to Ciara. Who had all their hands on you? Who put their hands on my baby like that?
Hey, man. He put hands all on Russ. That was foul.
He was very touchery. He was very touchery.
Why you so touchy Philly? Why you on me like this? Move, Aaron. Move, go.
What you say, Justice?
You could say it was a bit of a body party.
It was a lot of bit of a body party, Just. Hold on, Justice. I'll let you answer this one, Just. And for the people that are just tuning in, and we appreciate y'all. My man Mauricio is watching us all the way from Sao Paulo, Brazil. What's up to Derrick Estrada, April Willard, and Donna, a huge Cowboy fan watching us. Justice, I'll just ask you: the Ravens beating the Titans never saw it coming. They stopped that giant boy from running 52 yards. 52 yards for the whole game.
Yes. But I feel like even though Mike Vrabel does a good job with what he does have, I feel like the Titans aren't a complete squad like how the Ravens are a complete squad. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. DP, the Titans ain't a complete squad at the end of the season, or did they fall apart?
I don't think they're a squad.
Well, what happens when you have a really talented team who does one thing better than anybody and better than everybody, but you get a team that you've pissed off. And the Ravens were pissed, and to see them fly around to say, listen, we're going to put 8 people in the box. Forget about 6, forget about 7. We're going to put 8 in the box, and we're going to demand that Ryan beats us, that we're going to have a quarterback beat us, who we don't think has that kind of game. And they 8 in the box, and they changed their coverages, and they gave them the outer third that Tennessee couldn't get to. Look, they were out-coached. They were out-schemed. They were outplayed.
Were you?
And what did they do? And what did the Ravens? I just talked about it. What did the Ravens do better than the Titans?
Well, first of all, they have Lamar.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And Lamar did what? Ran that tater.
Yeah.
Well, see, that's the hard part to scheme, and this is why Baltimore and Kansas City, to a degree, have an advantage. In Buffalo, the hardest thing to scheme defensively is a quarterback that you don't normally account for. Most defenses in the NFL don't account for the quarterback, and if you do that against Baltimore, it's a problem.
Right.
It is a deep problem because they break down. It breaks down pass schemes. It breaks down pass pressure. Pass pressure isn't where it's supposed to be. Yeah, Lamar's that problem. Josh Allen's that problem, and people don't give him enough credit. But Mahomes is that problem.
Shout out to Rodney Perry watching us right now. Rodney Pizzle. Hey, DP, I know you don't want to talk about it, but it was kind of hard watching Tampa Bay mop up your Buccaneers, dog. They ain't have no quarterback.
Did you watch the game?
I watched the whole game.
Okay, so first of all, we got a dude from Old Dominion that just got football 8 years ago.
Exactly.
And Taylor Heineke was sitting on the couch in December. Thanksgiving, he wasn't even practicing. Went up, put up 300 yards, 50 on the ground, outran the entire Tampa defense to the corner end zone, separated shoulder, and still had the ball in a one-possession game with a minute and a half left. See, forget about all the look. I don't need to hear nothing.
What happened, DP?
Huh?
What happened?
First of all, the officials took away 2 completions in the final drive.
Now he the official taker.
Hey.
No. Hey. Look, I'm gonna tell you this way. I didn't expect Washington. First of all, Washington, according to my count, is the only playoff team for anybody sitting here who played last week in the playoff.
Hey, you know what?
Raiders, you ain't there. Put some respect on Washington's name. Division champion. You can say all that other stuff. They lost.
They division champs. That's what I'm saying. They division champs.
Yeah.
If you're the division champ, you ain't got no. There's no excuses. That's
Tom Brady, George. That is Tom Brady.
If you're the division champ, you have no excuses.
That's Tom Brady.
Tom Brady versus 4 first-round D linemen. Them boys was humping.
Well,
But they got dealt with. They got dealt with. They got handled.
The 4 playoff, it's a 1-possession game with 4 all-pro receivers catching passes from the GOAT. Come on.
Rodney Perry.
Did you want to play in that game or not?
We in the game and with a backup quarterback.
You could have tanked. You could have tanked.
With the 4th quarterback.
You could have tanked.
Next time, don't get rid of Haskins. Don't get rid of Haskins, and you might have had some props too.
Let me tell you, I'm
Rodney Perry, don't bother me, Rodney Perry.
I'm gonna keep it funky with you. DP. Heineke did ball out, and I like Heineke coming out of Old Dominion. I had a chance to. One of my teams I was responsible for when I was scouting was the Vikings, and they're the ones that acquired Heineke, and I had to evaluate him. I still got his report, actually. I looked it up during the game the other day, and he basically played like what that report said. He's very athletic. He got a strong arm.
Yep.
Inconsistent with his accuracy, and he's small. Those were, but he had a lot of qualities that I did like, and so it's not a surprise that over the years he's learned how to play the game, and that this was the culmination of it. This game right here, it didn't happen right away, because to me, quarterback is the hardest position in sports. To me, you know what I mean. And so
George,
it took him a few years.
George, I'll say this: Washington, the coach beat cancer. Alex Smith beat 17 surgeries on his leg in 9 months. We have used the 4th quarterback. We got everything going on in DC that was wrong. And somehow they made it to the playoffs. I couldn't be prouder. I'm not tripping.
And you know what? You should be proud of your team. I thought out of the 6 games that I did watch, the Washington football team played in my best 2 as far as making it a game. Rodney Perry says the Washington football team looked like the DMV soccer team. But
don't mess with me, Rodney Perry. Don't mess with me, Rodney Perry.
Hey, let's stop the NFL for a minute. Hold on. Rodney Young. Let's stop the NFL for a minute and talk about what happened on Monday night. I don't know if you were like me, Justice, but to see Ohio State get lifted, get literally overmatched.
I know you enjoy it.
Oh, Justice. I was at the house like this. Now you know how we feel. Look at you.
But my real question is, what's in the water at Alabama that had old dude with the messed up hand just crying, then going back out? Like, what's going on? It's a cult down there in a way that's just so different. It's a cult. And I mean, I'm not going to lie to you. Of course, I'm a Michigan fan, but I would have liked to see somebody other than Alabama do something, but it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen.
That's not how it works. That's not how it works.
Look, George, George went to Georgia. How awesome has Alabama been since you was in school? But you said you never lost to them.
No, Alabama was kind of trash. But there was all right. There was all right when we played them my senior year. They were supposed to be. They had the best defensive line in the country. They was, we went down there and we was pretty good. We didn't lose one game that year, so we beat them up. And then after I left, they had some downtime. They got trash after I left. And then after Nick Saban left the Dolphins and got to them, he whipped that program into shape, and they started winning games because Nick will tell you. People have asked him this question all the time, like, why are you so good, this and the other? And he tell you straight up, we get the best players in the country.
Yes, because he starts when they're in the womb.
Yeah, but they be seventh graders. They be seventh graders who had a good game.
It don't matter. I was listening to another show, my boy Bomani, the other day, and he was talking about like how Alabama's roster 4 and 5 stars is about. It's about they got like 80% 4 and 5 star players.
Yeah.
And that's like in college, it's different in the pros. Anybody can beat you in the pros.
Right.
Everybody got players. Those are the best of the best. I don't care if you're the Falcons or who picking first this year.
Absolutely.
The Jaguars will smoke Bama, like the long way. The Jaguars will smoke Bama. Do not get it twisted.
Right.
But in college, players win games. If you got the best players, you might lose 2 games. Maybe. You might lose 2 games. If you got the top of the top, you might not lose none.
Right.
That's just how college football works, and that's what Bama is.
So
Like
George,
they have the best players in the country.
Break it down.
Like
there's 35 5-star every year, period. 35. And Alabama, LSU, Ohio State, and Oklahoma get 90% of those 5-stars.
Wow.
Every year.
No. Don't get it twisted. Them boys up at Athens get, like right now, the teams that get all the top 4 or 5-star players are, like you said, Ohio State, Bama,
yep,
Georgia. And because Bomani explained it the other day. And I was like, he's right. The thing is, Georgia just can't get over the hump. They got all the players. Do not get it twisted. The thing about it, but he also said that the reason it's funny that Clemson has found a way to circumvent that, though. Yep. Clemson don't have the amount of 4 and 5 stars that Bama get. So you can't feel sorry for everybody because it's like, hey, Clemson does it. You know what I mean? So you can't feel sorry, but at the same time, the top 6, 7 people, it's 5 teams that have won a playoff game.
we see
that's crazy. Isn't it?
Alabama, Ohio State, Clemson.
It's real.
And one of them teams only won 1, and that was Georgia, like a couple years ago. So it's like 5 teams that have won a playoff game since the playoffs been in college football.
Wow.
It's about the players, man. So that's what it is. No, to overtake Bama, you're gonna have to outcoach them.
So the number 1 pick in the draft goes to Jacksonville. They most likely gonna get sunshine from Clemson. But my question simply is, where is that Gator quarterback and the Ohio State quarterback going to go? Do the New York Jets pick up DP and try to get the Clemson boy? Because Fields is good, but if you do any kind of math in the NFL, no Ohio State quarterback was fresh in the NFL.
I don't think the Jets go quarterback. I think Lawrence goes on to Jacksonville unless Urban decides to flip the script and go in and take his dude. If he takes that $12 million a year and goes down and do it, then he'll take Fields. The Jets are going to get a silverback. They need somebody that sets the pace and tempo. They're going to get an offensive tackle. They'll go get the big kid from Oregon, I believe. Big.
Depending on where you're going to put him, because they just took Becton.
Well, he'll go to the other side.
Yeah.
Go to the other side.
I'm not against that because you got to have one, but.
Yeah, I mean, give him the book in so you can protect. And Darnold's not awful. He's been asked to do too much. And then it gets crazy because Miami's at 3 and I believe they're at like 15. They're going to end up with, you ready for this? They're going to end up with the Heisman Trophy winner Devontae Smith and Najee Harris, the running back from Bama.
Boy, now let me tell you something. If that happens,
that's what I think the Falcons. That's what I think the Falcons need. They need Harris, but they can't get him at. I think
they can get him at 4. They can get him at 4 if they're.
4 is kind of rich. It's kind of rich.
But Rodney Perry.
4 is kind of rich.
Rodney Perry is asking. So is Clemson's coaching better? That they would get all these people that are just okay, and then he goes make stars.
No. We don't. Rodney. We don't get it twisted. They got more than enough talent. Clemson not win. Huh?
Yeah, they're 60% 4-star. So they
60%. That's just like, don't get it twisted. Bama's like 80%.
Yeah, they're
60%.
not a lot of 5.
60% is high.
So the difference in this is that Alabama gets mostly 4 and 5 star, and they have the most creative, innovative offensive coordinators in all of college football.
I agree, and I hate them with my soul. But them boys, look, Justice. The fact that we hate them so much because we know how good they are, we know how consistent they are. Every year, Ohio State seems to have a quarterback that's 6'4", 215 pounds, a triple threat. Oh, not to mention the best cornerbacks in all of college who always go to the NFL and be trash. I might just say that. But I like Fields. I like him. I believe Fields would have had a better game if he didn't get beat up by Clemson in the game before, because they tried to take him out. And they did their best, but it still wasn't enough.
I think Fields fits in today's game really well.
Yes.
So I think the way football is being played now kind of enhances Fields' value, and it don't hurt the way that he played versus Clemson. He was pinpoint accurate versus Clemson, showed some toughness. The kid can run, and when he's healthy, like, he's not just a pocket quarterback. Like, he can get up out of there. And he's a big dude. That fella he's thick. He's built up. So I think he has some value. I don't know what everyone thinks about him in the scouting ranks.
Because I haven't heard his name be thrown around like that.
It's been laser focused on Trevor.
Yeah, but damn Fields and Ohio State, and that's what they
did. The BYU kid is in the mix too now, as far as he's a top 10 pick.
He's a
top 10 pick. Like
he should not be.
Huh?
Well, he's a Utah dude.
You say he should not be. I know some people that like him. Some people with some cachet.
Yeah, but here's the thing, George, is watching him against BYU, against that conference. He's not throwing against Ohio State every week. He's not throwing against Alabama each week or Florida.
Well, when that's true, you just have to start looking at traits and what you like in the player, because sometimes those guys, like I say it all the time, like Derrick Henry played against little kids in high school, and he ran over them, and he got to college and he ran over them. Yep. He got to the pros and ran over them. Yeah, like, traits just translate. Same thing with Zion Williamson. He was dunking over 4'7" white guys, and he dunked over 6'10" black guys. And at Duke, and he dunking on 7 foot everybody. and like traits translate.
Hey,
you know what I mean? But if you got the skills, you got the skills.
Let's get off college real quick, and let's go to what the breaking news is. James Harden, and we talked about this before we left, and that was we probably did our last show right.
That was early December. That
15th, 16th week or whatever of December. And you said he wanted out of there. He is now with the Nets. And the Nets on paper look like the Golden State Warriors 3 years ago.
Monstars.
I'm not buying it.
We said look like Monstars.
I'm not buying it.
You know what happened?
Like what they were, like they had to make. I know they the last few games they haven't been the same. Plus
Kyrie ain't been playing.
Out.
Yeah.
They had what you wanted. The LeVert fella, you know what I'm saying? They had what's the man with the fro in the middle?
Allen.
Jared Allen. They had Jared Allen, you know, taking up space in the middle, blocking everything. And like they had the team that you wanted, and you just go and blow it up to get James. And you gave away a lot. You gave away all your players. You gave away 4 first-round picks. It's like you got to win now. And I don't know if you do that with James. James, I don't think you ever get better acquiring. You don't think you ever get worse acquiring talent.
Of course.
Don't get me wrong. So people like to say that, just like people with the Browns, maybe they better without Odell. No, you're not.
No, not at all.
No, you're not. You don't get better. You're not better missing great players.
Exactly.
You don't get better
Agreed.
that way. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong. So them acquiring James, they just acquired a bona fide scorer. You can't, that's not a bad thing. But to make it all work together, James gotta buy in. And he hadn't bought in the last, how many ever years he been in Houston? Had 3 coaches and hadn't bought into the concept of, I can't be the guy. And he got the best scorer on the planet on his team now.
Yep.
You can't be the guy.
Well,
You're going to have to do something.
He was having problem being the guy with Westbrook, and Westbrook got his man and left.
They best team they ever had in Houston was when CP3 was setting the table. That's their best team.
I look at it this way. Brooklyn now has the 3 greatest offensive players in basketball.
Agreed.
In the universe. And all of them realize and recognize you don't have forever. You don't have forever. So what better time than now to put together the super team, because we know that work and we have recent history that says that it works with the 3 superstars who, if somebody's having an off night, another dude can step up or another 2 dudes can step up. The 3 best scorers in the NBA are sitting in Nets uniforms. And you can sell the future, because if you get a ring now, it's worth it. They all have money. Well, but there's no guarantees. But ask Anthony Davis if it was worth it. Was it worth him sacrificing?
Look where he went.
He went to be
with that guy. And I'll be first to admit, I did not appreciate LeBron like I probably should have before he got to my team, and I was able to watch it. Now I understand. Now I understand what he does and what he brings to the table. Like when he's on your team, you don't worry at all. When game day come, he gonna have everybody in their right place. He gonna know who to get the ball to, when to get the ball to, and they're gonna do everything right. Like I don't know who that guy is in Brooklyn. And who knows? We don't even know what Kyrie. We don't even know what Kyrie. We don't even know if he's coming back. We don't know. We have no idea.
Hold on, George. George.
He's being weird right now.
I wanted to tell everybody about Harden, but I don't want to talk about basketball when it's still playoff seasons. We gotta go. So everybody get 1 minute. I'm gonna throw all y'all the upcoming playoff games, and then you tell me what's happening. Justice, you get the Ravens versus the Bills. Who you got?
Ooh,
and why?
Bills. I got the Bills. I got the Bills heavy. I'm riding with them heavy.
DP, Ravens and Bills. Who you got?
Ravens.
Wow. George, Ravens, Bills.
Ravens.
Man, I'm also going with my daughter, the Bills. In Buffalo too. Okay. The Bucks and the Saints. George.
The Bucks and the Saints. I'm going with the Bucks, man. I'm rooting for the Bucks this whole playoff. I have no relationship with those guys.
Saints. I think the Saints have the Bucks number a little bit.
You remember? Okay, well let me Justice,
a different team now, though.
Saints.
They did it once, they did it twice, they'll do it again. Saints.
And then I was thinking about what George said, everything changes in the playoffs and everything, but whatever. If we beat y'all 2 times in a row, you can get lifted up for the 3rd time. DP, the Rams versus Green Bay, and it looked like Aaron Donald may be hurt. Toughest dude in the NFL limping off.
Aaron Rodgers. We need. Well, the NFC deserves and will get the Aaron Rodgers versus either Tom Brady or Drew Brees that we deserve.
Who you got, George?
Ooh, It's in Green Bay.
Yep.
You gotta go with the Green Bay.
Just
Green Bay, period.
I got Green Bay too. And the last one, we appreciate y'all tuning in. It's the first episode of Zone 4 Sports this year. Last one, Browns versus Chiefs. I'm saying Chiefs, easy peasy.
Chiefs,
People.
who? Chiefs. Who you said? Oh, you talking about Chiefs versus who they got?
The
Who Chiefs
Browns.
got? The Browns. The Browns. You go. Well, I'll go first. I'm gonna Chiefs.
DP.
I'm gonna give you some Paul Heyman, the reigning, defending, universal Super Bowl champion Kansas City Chiefs.
Justice.
I'm not rooting for the reigning defending. I'm not.
Go ahead, Justice. Pick them
I'm
Browns.
gonna be honest. I'm gonna say the Browns, and listen why. Okay.
Hey, you ain't gotta say why. You my hero because I wanted to say it.
Yeah, I wanted to say it too.
The Chiefs are not
You my
up to the
hero.
same mega caliber way that they were playing last season, in my opinion.
You're right. Listen, they
and
gonna
I
kick us
don't
off.
think it'll be, if the Chiefs do win, I don't think it'll be like a landslide by any means.
They gonna
and I don't
kick
think
us
it'll
off.
be very convincing.
They're going to kick
I
us
think it'll
off.
be a game.
Zone 4 Sports. We will see y'all next Wednesday with these predictions. I see you with the Browns. Come on. Love y'all.